Hey everybody, Andy Stickle here. In this video, we are going to talk about something called hybrid marketing and how you can use it for your law firm. Now, hybrid marketing is kind of a blend between the two only types of marketing that are out there. There is paid marketing. That's where you actually pay money to get your name out there and get your law firm out there. And then there's organic marketing. Now, paid marketing and organic marketing each have their advantages and their disadvantages if you know how to use them, right? Now, let's talk about paid. The advantage, the pro of paid is that it's quick. You can start, you can put an ad up today, you can put an ad up this morning, and by this afternoon, your ad is running, right? But the con is that it can be expensive. Right, now let's talk about organic. The pro is that I'm not going to say it's free. It's not free because it does take time, but it doesn't cost actual money, right? But then that's when you kind of get into a question of what is your time actually worth, right? And the con is that it takes a lot of time. You have to be posting all the time. You have to be creating engaging content all the time. You have to be dealing with algorithm updates, things like that. And we're talking about organic on like Facebook. We're talking about social media. We're talking about even search engine optimization does take time and you do have to put effort into it, right? So what if there was a blend where you could get the best of paid and the best of organic without the cons? Well, that is hybrid marketing. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do that in a few seconds, and specifically how you can use it for your law firm. But before you do this, you have to understand something. You have to understand that there are three types of traffic available to you for your marketing, right? And this is something that I first heard Russell Brunson talk about. But when you understand this concept, then you can kind of understand how to use hybrid marketing and why hybrid marketing is actually so important, right? So there's three types of traffic. There's traffic that you don't control. There's traffic you control, and then there's traffic that you own. Now, traffic that you don't control. Traffic that you don't control can be referral traffic. If somebody gives you a referral, if somebody actually sends a referral to your website, so if they put a link on their website. Search engine optimization, like Google rankings, is really an extent traffic that you don't control. You can influence it, but you have no control as to if Google is actually going to put you on the first page of Google or not, right? So you don't actually control that. Now, traffic that you control is traffic like ads, like Facebook ads or PPC ads or television ads or anything like that, right? It's traffic that you don't actually own the medium. So you don't own Facebook, you don't own the TV station, you don't own Twitter, you don't own Instagram, but you can pay these platforms to show your ad to people, and then it will go in front. But the second you stop paying them, the traffic goes away. That is traffic that you control. Now, traffic that you own. Traffic that you own is traffic where you actually have the people's contact information. You actually have their name and their email address and their phone number. You actually don't even need their name, but you have their phone number, their email address, and maybe you even have their physical address. That way, if the traffic that you control goes away, or the traffic that you don't control goes away, so let's say you lose this. Let's say you get hit with a Google algorithm update, and all of a sudden all your traffic goes away, and then for some reason something happens and you make your referral partners mad, and they take all your links off their website and they stop referring you business. And then traffic you control, let's say Mark Zuckerberg decides, you know what, I don't like you anymore. I'm going to shut down your Facebook account. That's happened to many businesses out there. It's happened to me many times, having my business account shut down, and it really, really sucks, right? So how do you fix this? Well, the goal is to take all the traffic that you control and all the traffic that you don't control and convert it into traffic that you own. Because they cannot take away traffic that you own. No one can take away the fact that you have the phone number, that you have the email address, that you have the physical address. And on top of that, it doesn't cost you anything to contact them over and over and over and over and over again, right? Every time, even if it's traffic you control, even if you're running remarketing ads, retargeting ads, where you're actually running ads to people who've already seen you, you still have to pay every single time. And then if Google or Facebook decides they don't like you anymore, they can just cut the cord and you're done, right? So that is why it's so important that you have traffic that you don't control and traffic that you control, that you convert it into traffic that you own. Now, once you do that, and that's actually the first step of hybrid marketing. So here's actually how you do this. Let me show you let me pull up a new screen here and I'm going to break this down for you. So this is hybrid marketing. All right, so what you want to do is the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out how do you convert traffic from traffic that you control and traffic that you don't control into traffic that you own. Well, it's actually very, very simple. What you need to do is you create some sort of lead magnet. Now, this can be a lead magnet that is basically like a free guide that helps them solve a problem, or it can be a digital download. It can be a video. It can be anything. It's got to be something, though, that helps them solve a problem, right? And then what you want to do is you want to take the traffic that you don't control and the traffic that you control, and you want to direct it to your lead magnet. And what's going to happen is you're going to do this typically via an ad. So you're going to spend money on this part right here. And then right here, you're probably not going to spend any money on traffic that you don't control because you don't control it, right? But here, what you want to do is you want to spend some money. So what this means is that you're going to run some paid ads, and you want to use other people's platforms like Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube and TikTok and anything else where you can buy ads, maybe even television, right? And you want to send all that traffic to your lead magnet landing page, right? And this ad should talk about the solution that your lead magnet solves, right? So figure out who are your ideal clients and what are the problems that they have, and what can you create a free guide to help them solve? What kind of small problem? Because the idea is that if you help people solve enough small problems, then they will eventually hire you to solve the big problem, right? And the other idea is that you can prove that you can help people by actually helping them. So create a guide that shows how to solve a very small problem that they have. So for example, if you're a bankruptcy attorney, you don't need to teach them how to get out of debt. You can teach them, here is how to get the creditors to stop calling you. Here's how to get bill collectors to stop calling you. Teach small solutions to small problems that you know they have. Put it as a lead magnet, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that when they go to this page, they have to give you either their cell phone number. So we'll draw a little cell phone right here. These are text messages. They have to either give you their cell phone number, or they have to give you their email address. Now, what we have done is we have now taken traffic that you control, and we've given them a reason to give us their information, and now we've converted it into traffic that we own, because now we have their email address and we have their cell phone number. And now what's cool about this is that we can contact them using these methods over and over and over again. So this is a process where you don't have to pay over and over and over again. It's completely free, with the exception of whatever it costs to, whatever your text message provider or your email provider costs, right? Which is $20 a month, $30 a month. It's not expensive, right? It's better than having to pay Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and all these different places, right? So what happens here is when you do this, now you can contact them over and over and over and over again. Now, let me tell you why this is important. There's a couple statistics that you need to understand. There's been some research that has been done lately that shows that only 3% of people in any given market are actually ready to buy, right? So that means that 97% of the people that come in contact with your law firm are not yet ready to hire you, even though they will be ready to hire you at some point, right? So if you don't have this system in place where you're able to follow up with them over and over and over again, and I mean, look, at the worst case scenario, you should have it where it's traffic you control, where you're running remarketing ads. But wouldn't it be better if you could do it for free and it didn't cost you anything and you just paid one time right here? And then you get the lead magnet, and now you can just contact them over and over and over and over again. Anyone that's on my email list, this is literally how I do it, right? I pay one time for the control. I pay one time, I get you on a lead magnet, then I get your email address, I get your phone number, and I message you over and over again, right? So this is very, very important because only 3% of people are actually ready to buy. This is why companies like Amazon and Wayfair, and whenever you go to a website, let's say you're looking at like a toaster, and then you go to other websites and all of a sudden there's ads for that toaster everywhere. The reason they do this is because they understand that only 3% of people who will eventually buy are actually ready to buy at any given time. Now, there's another really, really important statistic that I want to share with you, and that is that 56% of people who hired law firms, now this is specific to law firms, 56% of people who hired law firms did so after the 5th touch with the brand, right? Forrester did that research. They found that 56% of people, more than half of people that hired a law firm, did so after coming in contact with that law firm 5 times. Now, there's a couple questions you have to ask yourself. The first question is, are you even in a position where somebody is going to find you 5 times and come in contact with you 5 times, right? And the second question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to pay every single time you get that somebody comes in contact with you? Or would you rather do it for free via your email list or via text message or however you're going to do it, right? And then the third question is, what happens if you are paying for it? What happens if your ad account gets shut down? What happens if Google decides they don't like you? What happens if Facebook decides they don't like you? What happens if you're using a Facebook group and your Facebook group gets shut down, right? You lose all of your business. Right? So it's too dangerous to even play in this game if you're not owning the traffic. It is 100% essential. My Facebook advertising account got shut down last year for some unknown reason. Still to this day, have no idea why. But my business did not fall apart because I focused for 3 years on converting all the traffic that I control and all the traffic that I don't control into traffic that I own. Right? So it's really, really important. Now, here's the other cool thing you can do, right? You can do something where when you're doing this marketing, you can also push people to different platforms. So now you've got a paid section of your marketing and you've got an organic section of your marketing. So for example, we'll do this again. All of the paid stuff that you can do can push to organic, and your organic can push to paid. And when that happens, you start to develop omnipresence, right? So for example, for paid, you can very easily set up retargeting ads. And those are ads that when someone goes to your website, they start seeing more ads, either on Facebook or Google, Facebook, Google, Instagram, any places like that. They land on your website, and then all of a sudden they start seeing more ads for you, so you're getting those 5th touches. And you can do that using a paid method. And what that does is that's going to make it seem like you're everywhere. And I'm going to break this down exactly how I take one single video, and I break this out over all the different platforms, both paid and organic. So then the other thing you can do is you can do cross-platform. So what you could really do, which would be cool, is you run it out on Facebook that says, "Hey, I saw you liked me on Facebook. Why don't you follow me on Instagram?" Right? Or why don't you follow me on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube, right? So you can cross-platform and you can push them like to Instagram, you can push them to Facebook, you can push them to YouTube, you can push to TikTok, and you can do this between platforms. So, because you never know who is going to be on multiple platforms. I have a Facebook account, I have an Instagram account, I have a TikTok account, I have a YouTube account. I have all of these accounts, and most people have multiple accounts. Then also Twitter. I forgot about Twitter. So you can be pushing them here, and all of these ads can push you there. So your Instagram can say, follow me on TikTok. Your Facebook can say, subscribe on YouTube. Your YouTube can say, subscribe on Instagram. And then, your Instagram can say, go to Facebook. Facebook can say, go to TikTok. I mean, you can go all around, right? And then everything that you put on there can then be saying, hey, go download my thing. Go download this free guide. And that pushes them to the organic side. And then that once again gets it to where traffic you own, which again is email, SMS, or text messaging, and also, there's also the organic SEO side, or organic social side, and then you also have addresses. So if you do this, then you end up with a marketing platform that, first of all, runs on autopilot, but second of all, makes you absolutely omnipresent, right? And this isn't hard. This all starts with the one lead magnet and just running the ad to the lead magnet. Now, let me show you kind of how this works. When I record a video, I repurpose all of my content, right? So I don't record videos just for the sake of recording one video. I want to create a video that actually gets a lot of mileage. So I'll create one video and then I repurpose that video, and that video goes everywhere. So it'll go to Twitter, and then it'll go to YouTube, and then it will go to Facebook, and then on Facebook we have a business page. We have personal, and we also have a Facebook group, the Lawyer Marketing Facebook group, which if you're not in the Lawyer Marketing Facebook group, you should definitely join because there's lots of really cool stuff that I put in there. And then it'll go to Instagram. This is one video, by the way. I do this for every single video. This is why, if you've seen me before, you feel like I'm everywhere. It's because I do this every single time, right? And I have a team that does this, and I'm going to tell you in a minute how you can actually build a team as well. So then I do LinkedIn, and then I also do, I rip the audio, I make a podcast, and then I will take the video and I will share it to my email list, and then I also will post it on my blog. Every single video gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all the organic stuff, right? And none of this do I have to pay for because I did a good job in this section here where basically I get them in and then I cross-platform. I get everybody to follow me on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and join my Facebook group and all that type of stuff. And then I follow up with the free methods, email, SMS. Now I'm going to show you how you take it to the next level. Now, the next cool thing you can do is you can enhance your reach even more, because these platforms all want you to advertise, right? Now, you don't have to advertise. You don't have to do this. But the other thing you can do if you want to make even more reach and get even more of a reach is you can then also do a Twitter ad. And you can do a YouTube ad. And then you can do a Facebook ad. And you can run an Instagram ad, and you can run a LinkedIn ad, and you can do, actually, no, you don't do that. So look at all these other places. Oh, you know where I didn't say is TikTok. So you can do a TikTok ad, and then you can also do TikTok organic. Imagine if every single video that you created, this happened on autopilot every single time. Where you create one video, you spend 5 minutes creating one video, and then you have an entire system that goes in place that puts it all in place. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a colleague who will also find it useful. And if you want to learn more about any of these subjects, then be sure to check out one of our upcoming events. The link is going to be around this video somewhere. And then I've also got a couple other books that you can check out as well if you want to grow, learn more about growing your law firm. First thing we have is the Andrew Stickle Challenge, 60 days to add 7 figures to your law firm. We've got 5-Star Attorney. This book teaches you how to grow your law firms using 5-star reviews. It teaches you everything you need to know about 5-star reviews specifically for a law firm. And then we've got the classic how to get more law firm clients without losing time and money or getting screwed by a marketing company. The links to all of these, as well as our upcoming live events, are in the description or in the post ID or somewhere around here. So click the link and make sure to grab them today.